The last stop. It was 12:37 a.m. on a stormy Wednesday night. The winding stretch of Highway 47 was almost deserted, the blacktops slick with rain. Nathan Cole, 34, had just clocked out of his graveyard shift at Whitestone Packaging Factory in the outskirts of town. The job was monotonous, but it paid the bills. He had been working there for 6 years, ever since the car dealership he used to manage went under. A divorce 2 years ago had left him with a modest one-bedroom apartment on the edge of the city and a custody schedule that allowed him to see his 7-year-old daughter, Ellie, every other weekend. Nathan was tired, his eyes heavy from staring at conveyor belts and counting boxes for 8 straight hours. He gripped the steering wheel of his 2008 dark green Toyota Corolla, the fabric seats stained from years of coffee spills and fast food runs. A low hum from the engine filled the cabin, mixed with the rhythmic beat of the wipers struggling to keep up with the downpour. The road was empty, eerily quiet, except for the occasional flash of lightning that lit up the dense trees lining both sides of the highway. Thunder growled in the distance, rumbling deep like something alive. Nathan's knuckles whitened on the steering wheel as he leaned forward, squinting at the road. He hated driving in storms, and something about this night felt off. A pressure in the air, a tension that clung to his skin like sweat. The gas light flickered on, a soft ding reminding him he couldn't push it much farther. He sighed, glancing at the digital clock. Come on, not now. Up ahead, a flickering neon sign emerged from the dark. Ravenwood Gas and Mart, an old station that looked frozen in time, with peeling paint and a crooked sign barely lit. Nathan pulled into the station, tires crunching on gravel, the rain easing to a drizzle. A lone street lamp buzzed overhead, casting sickly yellow light over the lot. He stepped out, jacket pulled tight against the chill. The rain had brought a damp, earthy smell, mixed with the faint stench of gasoline. Wind rustled through nearby trees, whispering like voices. Inside the store, a bell jingled weakly as he entered. The interior was dim, lit by flickering fluorescent lights. Shelves of dusty canned goods, a barely stocked cooler, and a small counter with a cash register were all the place offered. Behind the counter sat an older man, maybe late 60s, gaunt with sallow skin, eyes sunken and bloodshot. His name tag read Walt. The letters faded. He didn't greet Nathan, just stared, as if expecting him. "Evening," Nathan said, trying to sound casual. "Hell of a storm out there." Walt didn't smile. "Storms bring out all kinds of things," he said, voice low and gravelly. "Best not to linger too long." Nathan gave an awkward chuckle. "Just filling up, grabbing something quick for dinner." As Nathan picked up a microwavable pasta meal and a bottle of soda, he noticed the security mirror in the corner. It was warped, but as he glanced at it, something caught his eye. A shadow, near the back of the store. He turned quickly, but no one was there. He shook it off. "Just tired," he told himself. At the register, Walt scanned the items slowly, eyes never leaving Nathan's face. "You drive that green Corolla?" he asked. Nathan nodded. "Yeah, why?" Walt paused, his hand hovering over the receipt. "Just be careful on Hollow Creek Road. Locals don't use it after dark." Nathan frowned. "That's the quickest way back into town." Walt's lips tightened. "Some roads are quick for a reason." Nathan offered a forced smile, pocketed his change, and muttered, "Thanks for the warning." As he stepped out, rain started again, heavier, colder. He quickly filled his tank, watching the dark trees sway violently in the wind. A strange sound echoed through the forest, like a low moan or maybe the wind playing tricks. Once back in the car, the storm grew worse. As he drove toward Hollow Creek Road, Nathan's phone buzzed. A text from Ellie's mom. "Don't forget Ellie's piano recital this Friday at 6. She's excited to see you." A rare smile touched his lips. He typed back quickly at a red light. Wouldn't miss it for the world. The light turned green. He took the left onto Hollow Creek, the road narrowing, the trees closing in like claws. His headlights barely pierced the darkness, the rain now a curtain of silver sheets. The road wound sharply, and as he took a curve, he noticed a figure standing on the shoulder. Nathan slammed the brakes. Tires squealed, and the car skidded slightly before stopping. His heart raced. The figure was a woman, drenched, wearing what looked like a white dress, long black hair clinging to her face. She raised a hand slowly. Nathan rolled down the window halfway, rain pelting his arm. "Ma'am, you okay? Need help?" She didn't speak, just stared, her eyes hollow, mouth slightly open. Nathan's instincts screamed at him to drive, but he sighed, unbuckling. "Hold on, I'll call someone." He reached for his phone. Dead screen. He pressed the gas, eager to get home. The forest seemed to shift, the road stretching longer. Minutes passed. Then a shape darted across the road. He swerved, heart leaping, tires hydroplaning. The car slid into a ditch, engine stalling with a sputter. Darkness. Nathan groaned, blood trickling from his forehead. He looked around. The road empty, rain blurring everything. Suddenly, a tap on the window. He turned. The woman, standing inches away, eyes wide, unblinking. Nathan screamed, fumbling for the door, but it wouldn't open. He reached for the ignition. The car refused to start. Tap, tap, tap. The woman slammed her palm against the window, harder each time. In a flash of lightning, her face was clear, skin pale and torn, mouth stitched shut, eyes weeping black tears. The glass shattered, hands reached in. Then, darkness. Nathan woke in a hospital room, IV in his arm, bandages on his head. A nurse entered, surprised. "You're awake. We didn't think you'd make it." "What happened?" he croaked. "You were found by a hiker. Your car was totaled. No idea how you survived." Nathan remembered everything. The gas station, the woman, the crash. "Where's my phone?" he asked. They handed it to him. The screen flickered to life. One unsent message. Wouldn't miss it for the world. The timestamp, 12:47 a.m. He crashed at 12:43. He stared. His reflection in the screen smiled back at him. But he wasn't smiling. A nurse screamed from the hallway. A man in a rain-soaked white uniform entered the room. "Walt, some roads," he whispered, "you don't come back from."